Boom. You looking for this?
Oh, where did Invincible say he lived again? Crap, this is gonna be tricky. Whoa, hey, I think there's been a misunderstanding. How can I hear you speak? Okay, it's just this implant I have.
Immortal can't
just
even.
communicate
No
telepathically.
offense to Immortal.
It's not a big deal. Get out of my head! Hey, I am not here to fight. I'm just looking for Invincible. Invincible? Omni-Man sent you! No! And chill the hell out! I do not want to hurt you, sir!
Oh, no.
Oh, that hurts! Oh, you crossed the line with that one. I'll kill you! We just met! Invincible!
What the hell is going on?
I don't know. I came here looking for you, and then suddenly this douchebag attacked me. You have those on Earth, right? Douchebags?
Alan's my friend. He's a good guy.
Oh, my thing only works between me and someone else, not between two other someone else's. It's a design flaw. I'm told there's an update coming.
That's funny.
Right. Can you tell him?
Yeah, with pleasure. Hi, sir. Mark says I'm a pal. He also says I'm essentially the king of space, so you should be very nice to me. Also, he says he hates your dumb beard because it's missing all the best parts of a beard. These parts.
I don't believe you.
He doesn't believe me.
Did Alan attack you or threaten you?
Oh, good question. Mark wants to know if I attacked you or threatened you, which I totally didn't, because you just charged up here and attacked me. Not very heroic of you, Earth superhero of Earth.
I thought you were someone else.
What the hell is that guy's problem?
His girlfriend just died.
Well, now I feel like a giant douchebag. You do have them, right? Keep making that reference. Look, we need to talk. Can we go somewhere that's not like in space? And also, for future reference, will you just point to where you live?
Welcome back to Boomshot. I'm Colby, and this is Eli. Odin is not with us this week. Yeah, we're gonna try and get him back next week for the last two episodes. Yeah, this is Invincible Season 2, Episode 6.
Yeah.
A spoiler warning if you haven't seen it. Let's get into it. What'd you think, man?
Dude, I thought the episode was fantastic.
I did too.
It was probably my favorite episode of the season so far.
Oh, really?
It was up there. But, I mean, it's hard to say because I feel like the 3-month break or whatever, my memory of the first part of Season 2 is, like, busted a little bit.
Yeah, my memory is fading of the first half, and it honestly just feels like a different season. But like watching this episode, I was like, man, I almost didn't realize how good this show was after the break. I was like, dang, this show really, it still got it.
Yeah, oh yeah, it still has it. I mean, it had some emotional moments. It had some like a funny moment. It had, I mean, the whole thing was just good. I really enjoyed the episode. I mean, it was, like I said, it's probably my favorite so far.
Yeah. It might be mine too. I just can't remember exactly what happened in the first 4.
Yeah, maybe I'm being like, maybe I'm just biased. I can't remember if something sick happened.
Yeah.
But
and I can't believe we only have 2 left. Like,
I know, right? That's insane.
It just seems weird that after the break, it seems like we'd have a lot left because the break was so long. But it's just like two have passed and there's only 2 left now. But.
Yeah, hopefully they've learned from the feedback on this one because it was not good feedback from the break. But
I feel like after this episode, it is catching steam again.
Yeah,
but it's almost over. Like, it's catching steam just for it to end.
Yeah,
again.
exactly.
So, but anyways, yeah, I mean, it was a really good episode. What was your favorite part, you think?
I think the Mark Amber storylines is really good, right? It's showing how difficult it is for them to essentially date while Mark is a superhero and she's not. And it's already setting up again, like Mark clearly needs someone else with superpowers to be with because otherwise their lifestyle will be incompatible. So
yeah, that part was really good. And it seems like maybe they are setting up Adam, Eve, and Invincible at this point. Do you think they'll be together by the end of the season?
Maybe so. I wouldn't be surprised.
Because you mentioned that last time that you think Amber may die before the season's over.
My opinion on this now has shifted after this episode.
Yeah,
because it doesn't seem like they're going that way, but maybe this is just to lull you into a sense of calm.
That's true. Yeah, that's true.
But it does seem like it'll be like a good breakup at least. But then once again, that makes me think, well, if it's a good breakup, then what's like the tension going to be with them?
Yeah, that's true. That I think that scene, yeah, I mean that may have been my favorite part too. That scene where Amber and Mark were both talking, like looking for advice, and it was going back and forth, and they were kind of sharing the same sentiments. I thought that was pretty interesting, like you said. But yeah, at the end we see the Secwoods possibly returning. We saw two antagonists possibly returning at the end there.
Yeah. The Secwoods, I don't understand the Secwood one. I'll just go honest. Dude, the worst hospital of all time, bro. I mean, it's got to be.
Yeah, that's bad.
How do they not see that?
How do you not catch that? You got to do. I mean, surely an X-ray.
Yeah, for real, bro. I mean,
they're not even doing an X-ray on him. Like
come on, like CAT scan, MRI, something, man. I just don't get how they don't catch that.
So I guess the real threat in the future may be that Adam Eve may be also that way. She may throw one up, or maybe one will attach to her again, and that would be bad news for the world.
That would be pretty rough. That would not be good because who's stopping her? Invincible maybe.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know what she can do. Can she just turn his like skin into like dust or something?
Yeah, dude. I mean, that would be pretty broken, and also like, could they summon the rest of the Secwoods to Earth at that point?
Yeah.
Or can they travel like that? I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not sure if they can travel.
Or would it just be the two of them or three? Because didn't Robot or not? I guess not technically Robot at that point get infected too with it.
Yeah. I guess Rudy got infected.
Yeah, so that would be pretty dangerous too. I mean, he's pretty smart.
And I mean, also it seems to be just kind of like a running joke in the series, but they every time they have dealt with the Martians, they always end up fleeing from them. So the Martians are probably like pretty mad at them at this point. They may even try and like bring the Secwoods there. I don't know.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, and Mark just kind of destroyed their whole fleet.
Yeah, dude, it just left them out there in space, bro.
Yeah. But how about Rex Blode, man?
Dude, he's been growing on me, man. He's a great character. I was a hater at first. I'll be honest.
Yeah, I was too. I mean,
and I feel like that's how they set him up. You're not supposed to be a likable person at first, but as the show's gone forward and his character development has gone forward, I feel like maybe it was a little bit heavy-handed with like how much growth he's had in the last 2 episodes, but I still see what they're doing, and it's worked.
Yeah,
as heavy-handed as it is, it still worked. I'm like, dude, he's fire now. He's cool.
Yeah, he is pretty cool. And dude, he survived a shot to the head, man.
Dude,
that was incredible.
That was metal.
Yeah, and then he's just like stabbing Lizard King with the bone in his arm.
Yeah, dude.
That was pretty insane. I guess that's pure adrenaline at that point.
Yeah, that was giving me some Havoc from Mortal Kombat vibes for real, bro. Well, no, that's what he does. He like breaks his arms and uses his bone to like.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That is pretty similar then. And so also Shrink Ray survived somehow. Yeah,
she survived. I didn't know this. I saw a video that said in the comics she actually dies there.
I saw that too. Yeah,
so
I saw that too.
That I'm curious to see why she didn't die in the show.
Yeah, because I've also heard that. Have you read the comics?
No, I haven't read the comics, but I've seen some spoilers, unfortunately.
Okay.
But
yeah, I don't know what happens in the comics either. So, but yeah, I saw that happened, and the show in general stays pretty true to the comics. So yeah, I feel like there's definitely going to be a reason that they ventured off in this specific case. Because they wouldn't have done it for no reason. Like something's gonna happen. I just don't know what.
Yeah, what's the film principle? Chekhov's gun. Have you heard of that?
I think so.
Yeah. Where it's like they don't introduce something for a useless purpose. Like if they introduce a gun, then it's gonna be used in the thing.
Yeah.
So I think that's what it is. If you're a film student, don't check me on that. Don't check me on that.
Yeah, that's true. But Duplicate, do you think she's actually dead? That was like the one we said was gonna survive.
Yeah.
Last time, and then the other two did.
I don't think she can be dead. There's just no way. I find it even like a little bit hard to believe that they aren't looking for her duplicate. Maybe Cecil knows where it's at, and he's just being like weird about it. But like even Immortal, like I understand him being sad because he thinks she's dead, but like why does he think she's dead? Like you would assume there would just be one more somewhere.
Yeah, he kind of had a sad episode. It was a sad episode for him. And I was watching our friend New Rockstar's breakdown, and when he was in the room like mourning, I guess I didn't notice this watching it, but like there's just like 50 body bags behind him, and I guess they're all duplicate.
Yeah, they're all duplicate.
That's sad, man. It's a rough episode for him.
It's a tough scene. And then we see the aftermath of his like psychotic break with like or not really psychotic break, but like his mental state with Cecil being like, yo, don't go check out this thing flying towards Earth. Then having to send Invincible after to rescue him, basically after Alan almost dude. Alan almost killed him, bro.
Yeah, he got gut checked by Alan. I mean, and then also Invincible earlier in the episode, he was going to try and Immortal was going to try and take the thing to get the Sequids off of the astronaut. And then Invincible was like, I'm stronger and faster.
Yeah,
and he's
he
like,
did have
you're
to.
right.
Invincible or Immortal's having a rough one. He's not having a good time out there. And it sucks that his power isn't like Alan's, where he doesn't get stronger every time when he dies.
Yeah, that's true.
But I guess living forever is pretty cool power, maybe. Honestly. Yeah, and he can fly and stuff. So
yeah, I mean he's pretty good. I think it was New Rockstars again said that it was a big gut check for him because like for thousands of years he was Earth's like main protector and like best superhero, and then now he's not. yeah,
it's got to be a tough. He's going through a tough transition period, really. Yeah, and especially now with the loss or the at least temporary loss of Duplicate. And another thing I just realized actually is like he kind of lost her either way, because if like the other one's been in a bunker, she's not gonna like immortal necessarily. Like they haven't even been. So like technically the version that he was dating is really dead. I didn't even realize that until just now.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. That could be a plot line that comes up later in the show.
Yeah, if she comes back, and I think we're both predicting at this point that she's gonna come back.
Yeah.
If she does come back, then maybe that would be a plot line. Him, falling in love with her again.
Yeah. So what did you think about the nanny sequence with Oliver that we saw? Mark's stepbrother name now.
That was interesting. So the question is the first nanny, was she a spy?
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. I'm getting a little bit of suspect vibes from the first nanny, which got sniffed out, but also the second one. I feel like she was a little too up front. I think she's also suspect.
I agree. They're both. I don't trust Cecil yet. Cecil is not.
Oh yeah, that's true.
He's not on my good side yet. I haven't seen enough from him to really know what he's about. I mean, he seems to care about defending Earth, but also he seems to be like defend Earth at all cost, which sometimes includes like some gray moral stuff.
Yeah, like the stuff he did with Donald and I mean, that's true. I think he may be up to something there with Oliver, as we see his name now. So there's a lot to happen. I feel like there's some other stuff that happened in the episode.
The storyline with Rick, right?
Rick, yeah, he came back. I was I don't know if it was last episode or just off camera we were talking about like what happened with him. But now we see.
I honestly totally forgot about that plot line entirely. I'm just gonna be honest. There's too many plot lines at that point. I was lost.
So I guess they did the same thing to him that they did with Donald.
Yeah.
Which is, I mean, you can see that he's going through it right now because, just like Donald did, and he doesn't remember exactly what happened. Because I think last time we saw him, he was like half robot or more.
Yeah, and I actually have a question for you. Do you think Donald, what's going on with him? Because when he dropped Rick off or whatever, and he's talking to Invincible, his arm was like shaking. He was mad. So like, you think he's gonna like go after Cecil or something?
That's a good point. I didn't even think about that. That was such a little like Easter egg in that episode that I'd forgotten about with all the other stuff. But I could definitely see that. I mean, I could see him going for the vengeance route. But I feel like he would also try and team up with somebody, maybe.
Yeah, because I mean, I'm sure his like new body has given him some enhanced abilities, maybe some enhanced strength and stuff. But there's no way it's going to be enough to take on like Cecil or anything.
Yeah.
So.
And something else I just thought of that could be a pretty big plot point is the books.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the books. I thought that was interesting as well. The Ragnars that were able to just
that
destroy.
Was cool. Yeah, I think that was a cool bit of like lore they built into this episode.
Yeah, I thought what was really interesting was when they were showing Omni-Man on the Ragnar planet. I forgot what it was called. He tried to leave, and he was using a jetpack along with his flight. Just to get off the planet.
Yeah,
which was interesting because it's like, dang, the gravity's that strong, and he can't even fly away like out of the planet. He has to use a jetpack, and even then they were able to get him in the short little scene we got of that. So it's like these Ragnars might be able to like own Viltrumites. Like that might be their whole thing.
Yeah, that whole thing was pretty interesting. And then the other guy, I guess, with the immortal gun or whatever.
Is that if that gun's real, dude? That's
that's pretty broken.
It really is.
You gotta watch out where you fire that thing, like they said, because like you shoot it at what you think you're shooting it at, and it just keeps going and takes out a planet, bro.
For real, man, that thing was nasty.
Yeah, so I thought that was really cool how they built the lore up, and I think it's really interesting how they described that with the gravity. like making them strong because the gravity is so strong.
And it reminds me of like Superman comics trying to explain how Superman gets his powers, right? Where they're like, oh, well, Krypton has stronger gravity.
Yeah.
And because, stuff like that. So it is somewhat inspired, but I think it's good to kind of keep it, it's going to sound ridiculous, but grounded, right? Where it's like they're trying to at least kind of make sense. Because they've shown already that Viltrumites are just so strong. And so it's hard to believe that just some random planet has these stronger beings.
That's true, yeah. But yeah, what I was getting at is that Alan's taking those, since Mark didn't want to go back to the Coalition of Planets, he's taking the books back there. To me, it seems a little suspect.
Well, he took a scan of the book.
Scan of the books.
But I agree. It is a little sus. I don't really understand. The Coalition we haven't seen a lot about. Alan, I fully trust Alan just because of the way they've set him up, at least.
Yeah,
If he betrays anybody, I'll be sad.
That would be sad, dude.
He's sick, dude. But especially, I just don't trust the Coalition yet. I think that's what it comes down to. Is like I'm not on board with them yet. It seems like they already are also maybe in the Cecil mindset of like destroying Viltrumites at all costs. Which is like always a little risky.
Yeah, that's true. I just fear that they're gonna take that knowledge that is in the books and do something not good with it.
Yeah, right.
And maybe Alan's gonna have to try and stop him, and then he's
and stop, bro. He's stopping him.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I don't know. I just think something is going on there. That I feel like that they nudged at us, with what was going on. Maybe something suspect could happen.
Yeah, and the whole thing is I understand why Mark didn't want to go, but also it's like you would think he would want to meet the only other Viltrumite to rebel against the Empire.
Yeah. I guess really. We saw Omni-Man. That was pretty cool. He's still unwavering. He had a chance to...
Giga Chad, Omni-Man.
Yeah. That was good to see from Omni-Man. Hopefully... I saw where J.K. Simmons said he'll be in a lot more of Season 3.
That's good, because I think his voice acting's been fantastic.
Oh, yeah.
It's been phenomenal.
Yeah. I feel like it's already iconic.
Yeah. I mean, J.K. Simmons, he just has an iconic voice.
Yeah, he does.
He's such a recognizable figure.
My main takeaway is that the books obviously are going to be some sort of key. Like they're going to try and recruit some galactic team to take down the Viltrumites or something, I guess. And maybe they can communicate with the Ragnars with the new update Alan was talking about.
Yeah. So then another thing that I'm wondering is, I know this, from a slight spoiler. So if you're a comic book spoiler, to be clear, not an episode spoiler. So, the dude from season 1, Battle Beast, the lion-looking dude, apparently he's stronger than a lot of Viltrumites. So maybe the Coalition of Planets will even try and... Maybe they're going to try and recruit him.
Yeah, that's true, because we don't really know what happened with him, right?
He just left. Dude, he dipped.
He dipped out, bro. That's when you know he's strong, bro.
He pulled a goatee, dude. Somebody that I used to know.
Oh, yeah.
Bro dropped one fire song and dipped, bro. He got the bag and left.
Yeah, so maybe he could team up the Ragnars, the Infinite Ray or whatever. And I feel like, there's plenty of books, so I feel like there's going to be more we learn from the books, too.
Oh, yeah.
And then Omni-Man, too. I feel like, obviously, he's going to come back. And
he has to be, one of the strongest Viltrumites because, in the prison scene, he's even, the guy's telling him, he's like, you were one of the best. You conquered thousands of planets or whatever. And it's like, so he's also clearly no slouch.
Yeah.
He basically killed I forgot his name, the other Viltrumite. Somehow he just,
Oh, yeah.
He got lucky, I guess.
Yeah.
But...
I guess one kind of question I have here in conclusion is, do you think that Omni-Man will break out, or do you think they're going to free him? Someone's going to come in and break him out?
I think that's more likely. I think maybe Alan even.
Ooh, that would be sick.
Dude, Alan solo.
That would be an awesome scene.
Dude, I think we could see Alan going to break him out because I don't think he didn't fight back in the scene that we did see him in. He just kind of got slammed against the wall.
Yeah.
But I think the Coalition of Planets might try and get him out since they know he's going to rebel against the Viltrumites.
Yeah, that would be sick. I would love to see Alan go in there and whoop up on some Viltrumites.
Dude, I just need an Alan redemption arc. Yeah. He got smoked last time.
He
got
did.
absolutely smoked. His eye came out.
Yeah, he watched himself get smoked with his own eye out of his socket.
Yeah, that was brutal.
It's a tough way to go. But he came back. So
now he's back and he's ready to own some Viltrumites.
Yeah, and I'm just wondering how much stronger can he get if he keeps dying?
True. Why don't we just keep almost killing him?
Yeah, is it gonna be the size of a dang Empire State Building or something?
It might be.
But I don't know. Yeah, Alan definitely one of my favorite characters, but it'd be sick to see him break Omni-Man out.
Yeah, that would be that'd be just a cool scene, I think. So, and maybe you said that J.K. Simmons said he'd be in season 3 a lot more. Maybe that's going to be some of the plot there.
Yeah, that's true. I could definitely see that coming in more in season 3.
Yeah, I think this season is mostly gonna focus on, of course, Angstrom Levy is the villain. We can see now that they're leading up to that.
Yeah.
And then I think it's gonna just focus on these smaller plot lines, getting them squared away, like Mark and Amber, which isn't really a smaller plot line, but in the grand scheme of things, it is. And so I think this season will focus more on those.
Yeah, and I wonder how many. I guess they've said how many seasons total it will be, but we know at least 3.
Yeah. I mean, at least 3. So
yeah, hopefully more. So that way they can flesh out the comics, doing it justice. But
yeah.
All right, yeah. You got any more thoughts?
Not really. I mean, it was a great episode. If you haven't seen it yet, and you're one of those weird people that likes to watch a YouTube video about it beforehand, I know because I'm that person. If you're like that, then go watch it because it is really good.
Yeah, agreed. And thanks for watching this video. And leave a comment if you got anything to say. We'll try and respond to it. And we'll see you in the next one.
Boomshot out.
Yes, sir.